Could you do an hour's worth of revision after you've had breakfast? You're probably going to say, yes, I could do that, Mr. Salles. Well, apply the same logic to the other 2 meals of the day. Could you do an hour sometime after lunch? Yes, I probably could. And likewise after dinner. Now that would give you 3 hours of revision every day that would feel completely easy. It would be achievable. It wouldn't tax your brain. You wouldn't feel a slave to your revision. So target number 1, you're going to do 3 hours revision every day over the Easter holidays. You can guarantee that most students will not be doing that. Therefore, you'll get higher grades than them. Remember, that's how the grades are worked out. Everybody's ranked and then the grades are apportioned accordingly. If you've revised more, you will know more. Number 2, this is my last bit of general revision advice. Don't take your phone to bed. Make sure that you get a proper night's sleep that's totally uninterrupted. Research shows that people who take a phone to their bed, even if it never pings and they never check it, still get a worse night's sleep. Sleep is the superpower of revision because that's when your mind processes the stuff that it's learnt during the day. In other words, if you don't sleep well, all that revision won't stick as well. Right, let's jump into English. Here are the major ways to revise English to get ahead. So by get ahead, I mean learn more for less effort. The number 1 technique is to think hard. Do nothing passively. So for example, you're watching one of my brilliant videos, or Mr. Everything English, or First Rate Tutors, or Mr. Bruff, or Jen Chan, whoever it is, take notes. It's best not to take notes while you're watching the video. It's best to watch a few minutes and then pause and then write down the most important stuff from memory. That will make it more sticky. You can always go back and check and see if you missed anything, but you probably won't have. Now, once you've got to the end of the video and you've got these notes, because they're from memory, they're not going to be pages and pages of A4. They're going to be brief, but they'll also be the most important stuff. Now comes the next superpower. You are going to find a past paper question, not whatever question was set in 2022, because that is guaranteed not to come up. And you're going to pick an older question and you're going to have a go at answering it using those notes. You have here 2 choices. Do you have the notes in front of you while you write the essay, which is good? Or do you go one better, put the notes aside and then write your answer and then double check to see what have I missed and add that in if you need to. That second route is harder psychologically, but will lead to better long-term memory. There is an even better way, however. If you would like to peruse one of my guides, I'm not selling you this, by the way, I'm just giving you some examples. So here is my poetry guide, and as I've got better at this, I've made my guide shorter, and this one is just essays. You'd read the essay, you'd make some notes, you'd put the notes aside, then you would write your own version of the essay, and then you compare it to the original and see if it has the same points. You're not looking for it to be identical, you're looking for the evidence and structure to be the same or similar to the same quality. Here's my most recent one to paper 1 question 5, and that is 100% just answers at each different grade. Don't copy them word for word, that will be plagiarism, but it'll be easy for you to read one, make some notes and then write your own version. That would totally not be plagiarism. And depending on what grade you're after, you can get them at grade 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, all the way through for lots of different papers. An easy way for you to revise. So what's crucial about this technique, of course, is that you have your hour and you're going to spend 20 minutes to half an hour writing your notes from memory and 30 to 40 minutes writing your exam answer. And because you've made the notes in advance, you're always aiming for a top grade. And because you've done this under pressure, it's likely to stick in your long-term memory, and because this is Easter and leading up towards the exams, you won't have time to forget it by the time the exams come round. Now, you might be asking, is there a way for you to get these guides for free? Unfortunately, you can't go into a shop and steal them because they're only available on Amazon. However, there is a cunning way to get my guides for free on Amazon. It is this. Pop down into the description to the video and you will see a link to Kindle Unlimited. When you get Kindle Unlimited, it is free for 30 days. So you sign up and say, yes, I might want to pay for this in 30 days time, but I'm not paying anything now. Meanwhile, for 30 days, I can read nearly everything that Mr. Salles has ever written, and I can steal every single idea I want, and then after 30 days, sayonara, goodbye, adios, arrivederci, I pay nothing. So anyway, that's at least 20 revision guides for free for 30 days for you to revise from. Thank you, Amazon. The other way of getting totally free revision notes is also a link in the description. I have a free newsletter which comes out once a week. It's going to be coming out more often with the exams, and it just gives you free resources. Hey, want a top grade in this essay? Well, here are some ideas. Here's part of a student's essay. Here's some of my examiner's comments for free. Or you can go for the very cheap and paid version where you get the full grade 9 answer plus all my commentary, plus you get this 7 days for free. So, you know, if there's 25, 30 exam answers on there, you can get them all for 7 days for nothing. Or you can think, actually, I'd really like to go back to these again. They're fantastic. I'm going to pay Mr. Salles the massive, massive sum of $5. $5 and you get all these brilliant exam answers. There's more coming every single week towards the exams. Now, just reading my guides or just reading my newsletter won't do you that much good. You know what you have to do. You have to take notes from them, from memory, and then apply them to exam questions. If you do that, you will know much more than everybody else in your class. You will get much higher grades. They aren't just given out to people who are geniuses, and especially academic. They're just given out to people who can write stuff at speed that makes sense, that's logical, that's proven by evidence, in other words, quotations, or in creative and persuasive writing, follows a logical sequence and has a satisfying end. How are you going to find loads of examples of persuasive writing? There are 11 top grade examples in this book, over 20 examples of description in this book, 24 examples of description and story in this book, and 20 story plots you can steal without plagiarism in this book. You are probably studying one of these two plays, so I am going to put a link to the best video for note-taking for both of those coming up here and here. Click on the one that's relevant now. Or don't revise. It's not my exam. No, revise.